Hi, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. This is a rare occurrence. I'm doing a double feature today by doing two readings in one day. Um, it's evening and I'm feeling pretty tired, but I felt called to quickly do a little collective reading. I mean, it's not so little. Okay, let's see where we go. So, again, yes, this is just a collective. Okay, this is really exciting. It looks like for this collective, you've gotten to a place on the journey where some sort of inner ambition has been reignited. There's access to, I mean, I can't make this stuff up. We have new love and true love back to back in the cards that came flying out. And there's this something about the soul's deepest truth coming to the surface. So your deepest love, your deepest alignment is boiling to the surface, wanting to be expressed, and finally having enough life force to put behind this new expression. There's a lot of cards here about soul mission, purpose. Where are you being called to journey to? How are you being called to step up and lead? You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's like so direct. Yeah, and there was one more card. Hold on. Yeah, it's this beautiful, beautiful. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking everything over. It's this beautiful, beautiful message. Hold on, let me fix this. That we've actually reached a critical mass of healing, that we can actually have an abundance, we actually have access to this abundance of life force, that now we're in the luxurious state where we have an excess, right? So we can choose where we want to invest our life force and where we want the next direction of our lives to go in. This awareness is rising that you've witnessed this merry-go-round for a very long time, and you're actually able to wield your intention and attention to step off the merry-go-round. What an accomplishment. So let's just pause and just enjoy that for a moment. That feels so good, right? Wow. For some of you, there is, for all of us, right? When we dare to step towards our dreams, there is a little, there can be a little sticky parts of that. There can be parts of self that are rattled, right? Our inner saboteur starts rearing its ugly head and starts, intervening in our dreams and goals with all of the ways it won't work, or all the ways we could potentially fail. And so I pose this question of, what are you going to do to mother yourself through that adversity? How can you mother yourself? What would feel good to those parts? Excuse me. Yeah, there's accessing. It's like the heart is finally healed and we can actually allow it to fill with divine love. The image I'm getting is, if you have a vessel or a cup and there's a bunch of holes in it, yes, it will fill eventually, but it sometimes will run out just as fast as it's running in. So we're at this beautiful healed place, and I'm not saying we're done healing. Like, let's not get it twisted, right? Let's stay grounded and balanced. There's always going to be different things that we're confronted with. However, for this moment, let yourself breathe. You're allowed to celebrate. If no one has given you permission, I would like to give you permission now. You're allowed to celebrate. You're safe. You have access to what you need to care for self in the present moment. You can take a break now. You have done the profound work of clearing old stories, of releasing all past energies, and you are stepping into this new authority and destiny. Another word for that is your sovereignty, right? You have this profound awareness of your sovereignty, of this liberation and freedom. Okay. Well, those are yummy messages. Wow. I don't mean to dampen it with the unconscious, but hey, we got to speak the truth here. That's what we do. Excuse me. This is why I spend so much time in the unconscious, because this is how we keep things balanced, right? By bringing all of the truth in the room. It's beautiful and wonderful and necessary to celebrate where we are, to celebrate how far we've come. And we can also keep that in balance with the work that lies ahead, or the work that's showing up in the present moment. Okay. Yeah. So in the unconscious, I'm going to call you all to deeper accountability around your grounding and the health of your ground. And this could be specifically root chakra stuff, but it could also just be self-care, right? We got this card. Sorry, I remember we got this card in another reading, and I can't remember which reading it was, but there's something here. There may be, okay, there's something sticky still in the discernment. It's like reach, again, like I said, a critical mass of healing. However, that doesn't mean you're done, right? So there could be some debris left in the field, in your field, that is blocking this alignment, that is blocking this pure and pristine discernment. Yeah, there's something that needs to be anchored here and something that needs to be brought into deeper presence. It could be a lack of belief. Oh, this was already on camera. Sorry. Okay. We have the spiritual strength card in the reverse in the unconscious. So again, I'm going to invite you. It may be time to call upon ritual. You know, one of my favorite ideas about ritual is we need ritual until we no longer need ritual, right? Going through the motions of ritual, maybe sitting at your altar or praying or whatever your quality time is that you spend with the divine. It may be called to enact a more intentional, to put some intentional time into developing that relationship more. And that may be the thing that will ground the other part of this discernment of intuition. Excuse me. Yeah, we have, this is interesting. So we have the community card in reverse, and then in the unconscious, we have the great gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. Yeah, so I want to honor here if there's some of you that are still feeling isolated on this journey. Give yourself a pat on the back, because many of us are walking this path in isolation. That's kind of how it begins, right? You have this awakening and you are awakened to the life around you, and all of a sudden the life around you no longer fits this new awakened soul. And so most of us have to have some sort of, go on some sort of soul quest to find out, well, okay, if this is no longer in alignment, and these people and this job and the place I'm living and this relationship, what is in alignment? I must have to go and discover myself. This is vision quest. This is, wandering in the desert. These are very shamanic kind of concepts, right? The other message in this community is that there are other people like you, right? We are all doing this work under one consciousness, under one umbrella. So of course there's people like you. And whether you find this group or community or soul tribe or not, I think the bigger thing here is, I'm going to ask you a question. Does anything come up for you around allowing yourself to be seen in your soul's truth and also being held? How does it feel to think about allowing a community to hold you and be in total receptivity of that support and love? If there's any bit of discomfort there, that's the X marks the spot. That's where the treasure is. So allow that voice to come forward and listen. Humbly listen to that part of you that doesn't feel like it's possible, that might not feel comfortable being seen in this, crazy, weird spiritual life that you're living. There are so many of us out there, and so many of us out there, and it's just a vibration. You could recognize like someone who's really stepping into this work. It's a comfort. It's a transparency. It's a divine vulnerability that, I'm going to call all of you earth angels, earth workers, earth keepers. We are doing this profound work, and I invite you to allow yourself to be received. Okay, there's another message here. This feels like a separate message. Yes, in the unconscious, we have strong boundaries. So I'm just going to pose the question, where in your life are you struggling to hold appropriate boundaries for yourself? Where in your life do you struggle to speak the truth, even within yourself, about your likes and dislikes, about what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate? So again, this is just a call to higher integrity, to come into deeper wholeness. Every time we cross our boundaries, we fragment the self and we give ourselves more karmic cleanup, right? Because what do we have to do? We have to do all this work to call that part of self back home. So I invite you to just hold that question in your heart, in your body, in your mind as you go through your life. Sometimes just hearing an idea will bring around profound awareness. It'll just click one day. You'll be, in the car, or you'll be talking to a coworker and something will just click. So be open to those synchronicities should they arrive. This message keeps coming up. I think it's been in like 4 or 5 readings. We have the serendipity card in the unconscious. Again, for those of you, I honor that it's very hard to keep the faith on this path, especially if you're not one of these people that is feeling solid right now. Let's keep things balanced and transparent. We're right in the middle of a Mercury retrograde eclipse sandwich, right? We have one eclipse, the retrograde, and then the solar eclipse on April 8th, I believe. So this is not normal for us to access this amount of healing. So if you're not feeling that, if you're not, if this reading has not resonated with you and you still feel like you are drowning in your chaos, honor that. I honor the lack of faith. I honor the, what's the phrase? The crisis of spirit, right? The disbelief. Honor the trials and tribulations. Go right into the storm. What is that great quote of the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek? It never fails. I just said a version of this to my sister today, actually. When you think about if someone gets bit by a venomous snake, they often need the actual snake's venom as the antidote to that bite. So there's something about this for some of you around deeply leaning into that which you fear to enter. Go slow, take care of self, only go at your own pace. Don't let anyone ever, this is aggressive that I'm saying it like this, but it's so true. This is a part of this inner authority, reclaim your pace and your space. Don't ever let anyone, I don't care if it's your therapist or a doctor or any sort of healing practitioner, I don't care if it's me, do not let anyone else set the pace of your own healing. I'm always going to invite you back to self, back to your own sovereign existence, right? You are the sovereign of your body, mind, spirit, and this life. Okay. I'm just going to see if there's anything else. Okay. Okay, then that was fast. Reframe. Again, calling us to a deeper, sorry, dropping cards on the floor, calling us to a deeper truth. Again, that this is happening for me, not to me, right? Allow yourself to unpack that gift, even if it's incredibly painful to do so. If you can't look directly at it now, put it on the shelf for later. We also have self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Aho. And then we have loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Yeah, what I'm getting off of this message is for those of you that have maybe had an awakening recently and are newer to this spiritual path. I honor, and I'm telling you to honor how difficult this is. The awakening itself is a form of the dark night of the soul, right? So honor if you are stepping into deeper discernment over friends, family, and those you allow around you. Sometimes we have to cut off certain relationships that no longer serve us. And sometimes that's incredibly painful. Sometimes it's family members we have to do that, or beloveds, or, whoever. Okay, I'm switching gears aggressively because we have humility in the unconscious. Yeah, don't get cocky. Don't get cocky on this spiritual path. I know I did say that most of you have reached this critical mass of healing, and I invite you to celebrate. But as you're celebrating that, we also have to keep the scale in balance, right? As we're celebrating, we also hold the pain and the trauma of the collective in our souls. So when you're celebrating, celebrate in the name of all who are struggling, right? Pray for those who are not where you at, and then unleash yourself. Have a blast, live it up. All right, let's see what else. Let's get some Cosmic Journey cards. Excuse me, my throat just decided to go out. All right, anything else for the collective? Anything else for the... Soul Giraffe. It's funny, I've never read the book that comes with these cards. I just don't want to because I love the imagery so much. So it's funny, with this soul giraffe, you think of a giraffe, they have those beautiful, profound, long necks. And if we want to get silly about it, we could actually say that the giraffe is this ascended creature, right? They have these long necks and are closer to the divine, right? That's just a fun little caricature of this card that I like to think of. But I feel like this is also saying we all have access to this funny and funky soul giraffe that knows how to run and play and connect with source and stay grounded, right? They reach the heights and they're while maintaining their ground. We also have you cannot pour from an empty cup. Right. Okay. I'm going to say it almost every other reading. If your service to the world, if your mission to the world does not include service to self, your service is incomplete and thus not sustainable. So again, this is a massive self-care piece. And then we have every cycle is a higher opportunity. There's the sacred spiral. We have 2 spirals right here. So yeah, some of you are drawing boundaries around, like I said, getting off the merry-go-round, and others of you are going around for another turn. One is not better than the other. We all have individual karma and individual soul missions that we chose when we incarnated here, or at least that's what I believe. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But yeah, for some of you, here's a message. Never compare yourself. Never, ever, ever compare yourself, because you could be comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 52. You'll never know those answers, so don't twist yourself into not trying to be like someone else or achieve what they've achieved in like a compressed, rushed amount of time. It's just not your soul mission. Should we get more? Let's see. I love my New Orleans deck. Let me get this. Hold on. Anything else for the collective spirit? Oh, we have signs. All right. I think I mentioned in this reading earlier, be mindful of synchronicities. Also, I can't stop staring at the signs and the strong boundaries card. So, all right. This is going back to body awareness. I think I've said several times now, your body is the most pristine, precise instrument that gets to vibrate with the world around you and the cosmos and the grid of infinite oneness. And your body receives information before your psyche does. So this to me is calling you to higher awareness about your physical vessel. Pay attention to your body. Set an intention in the morning that you're going to go through the day, or maybe even if it's 2 hours out of the day, where you're going to live your life, do everything you would normally do. However, look through the lens of holding this body awareness. Your body will tell you, in sometimes a pretty aggressive way, your body will communicate where your boundary is, where the edge of your boundary is. So please honor what your body is telling you. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Anything else for this beautiful, beautiful collective, this tenacious, brilliant, intelligent collective? Anything else? Maybe not. Okay, we have self-care. Boom, there it is. Wait, did I have another one? No. Self-care. Yep, I said it again. All right, when I start getting the same messages, that's my cue to take a break. I'm going to end on one Buddha wisdom card, just because why not? What does the collective need to... Oh, okay then. Okay, we have be the one who is awake. Shine in radiance of spirit. You know, I actually want to put it over this awareness card. Again, this speaks to getting really comfortable being the only one who is awake in your vicinity, wherever you are. Allow, sometimes we're so focused on the external, but this is saying like shine in the radiance of spirit. We don't do all this work for someone else, right? We do this work for ourselves. The gift, the profound gift of doing this work is that we actually get to be these people out in the world. We get to be these illuminated beings that ground in love and are in service to humanity. I mean, the gift is priceless. So instead of worrying about how it looks or what you're accomplishing or not accomplishing, just pause and enjoy the fact that you're even here. I mean, this is hilarious. Okay, we have choose to leave the dark way for the way of light. I'm going to put this right under here. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Yeah. Okay, and then endure harsh words, for many people seek wildly. Endure harsh words in peace. Again, so I'm going to say this, and I feel like I've said this to probably 30 people in the last 3 days. No joke. As you step into the light, as you become this illuminated being, Your natural radiance will illuminate people around you. This is the important part. Pay attention. It will trigger the heck out of people. People will rebel against this love and this grounded energy that you're bringing. You don't even have to say a word. Your frequency enters the room before you even get there. People feel this new ascended state. So this is another self-care piece, and this is another discernment piece. If you start to receive chaos and you're like, what is happening? I'm noticing it. It's at home. It's at work. It's, when I'm out at the store. Just know that that is a sign that you are starting to vibrate so beautifully and so strong that it's starting to rattle the auric fields of other people. This is we got to take this spiritual strength and bring it into consciousness. We need to ground in our practices, in our rituals, in our whatever affirmations. In one of my mentors always used to say, we have to read sacred texts at least once a day. And whatever that is for you, maybe it's scripture and something more kind of, formal in that way, but maybe it's just a song that you love the lyrics to. It could be anything, could be poetry, anything that reaffirms this powerful, grounded strength that we can access through our divine connection. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This was a really beautiful, they're all beautiful. I can't discern. Again, do I have anything else to say? Yeah, here's an invitation. I would like to, because we started this whole reading with the ambition card. So I would like to invite you all to step into the beginner's mind and start watching yourself. Step into the role as the divine witness and just witness how you are moving through the world. Witness what you think about, witness what songs or information or people cross your path. And if this ambition isn't so obvious to you, just start tuning your awareness to this idea, and I guarantee something will show up. A path will be revealed. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.